So, in 22 minutes, like I said, I need to delete the videos off my phone once I do them. I'm trying to be calm about it. Anyway, they told me that all the actions that had been committed against me were only civil liability, not criminal. Bullying wasn't criminal on my end. Just like with Chaplain Powell's family telling me I needed to get reborn and saved, and that I was the drug addict. Well, let me tell you about Shirley Brown Powell giving her grandson, Charles Justin Wallingford, $100 bills in Rotunda, West Florida for some unknown substance. And him having, what, clergy immunity against testifying against cops who come forward with their stuff in court? Yeah, that's funny. So, as I said, they claimed it was all civil liability, not criminal, and to hire an attorney to file a lawsuit. No attorney would take the case, so let me tell you about the attorneys with their whores and their drugs, the meth, the weed, the heroin. Oh well. We're executing a power of attorney. Have fun. Funny how I gave power of attorney to people who have never really had my best interest at heart, have they? I just went with it. Pretty much, I liked how Kathy Hilton said it on The Real Housewives. She said, my husband brings me paperwork, I just sign it. I don't think twice. I trust him. Well, that's pretty much how I always was, too. Surely these people who are related to me won't hurt me. And just like with Britney Spears, those cops probably thought I had lost my mind before they took me to Mercy Claremont. I was trying to cut my hair to shave my head to take photos of the scar, and they thought that was something crazy. So as I said, I was trying to cut my hair to take photos of the scar to show with the skull fractures. Afterwards, I said, free Britney Spears immediately. I need new music. Free the goddamn Star Trek woman, not to damn her. She's older, and they're trying to control her shit. And she died. Just like with gas prices. People probably think I'm crazy. And it was just a coincidence. But they did lower quite a bit, didn't they? I wrote a nice little message and burned it. Just like Auntie Regina Boggs' message. You're not alone. From Jamie Mitchell's church at Cottageville in Lewis County. I know I'm not alone. Oh, I know all about it. Thanks for the nice little handwritten note about your nephew. Christy Boggs and OxyContin and contributing to the opioid epidemic with her husband in law enforcement. Hilarious, isn't it? Primary Plus makes house calls, just by the way. So let me tell you how they continually harassed me. My aunt claiming that this happened in your Mountaineer accident. Well, let me tell you about Trippy Gooding. He's now dead. He had lung cancer. It got quite painful. He used to be a homophobic asshole before he got sick. Just FYI. His son Tyler, just like Lisa Williams, whatever her last name is now. I try to control the Tourette's as best as I can. Her son Tyler in the Air Force. I thought one day, why is the car like he used to drive, that ugly little tan Hyundai, parked on Lover's Lane? But I guess they're going to claim that, that was all a delusion or a hallucination. Just like her DARE program of sex sells. These are the drugs you will be purchasing. A traumatic brain injury symptoms are drug usage. Just like with Debbie Boers. And the brass ring and pull it for me, 2, 4, 6, 8, proud. A forced sing-along that we were forced to do at Jones Elementary School. And I call it Charles Jones Elementary School because he's one of the alternative sentencing workers in Kentucky. And let me tell you more about the game they have going in Kentucky with the drugging and hazing and raping of children and then forcing them into mental health treatment against their will. I tried to kill myself because of them. They didn't like it. Spit hood, pepper spray, me scratching my face to pieces because it burns. So let me tell you about Mr. Jones and Nicole Santos Brooks, whatever her last name is now. I was privy to a meeting with Mason County and their bigwigs at one of I think it was the Goldman's apartment, talking about, these are all of our employees with the perks to medical grade clean cannabis. Make your connections now. I refused for a reason. So let me tell you about Rita Goldman and her sacral adjustments and how sometimes they really fuck people up. And her family's ties to the cannabis industry. I asked a simple question. Who is the Woods Diamond guy? Simon Watt? Oh well. Here's Jeffrey's number. Oh well. So let me tell you about the women who came forward to me about being raped by Maysville Police Department. What was I supposed to do? Go to Patrick and talk to him with his criminal justice degree from the Wesleyans? I don't think so. Oh well. And that's what I sit and tell myself all the time just to let it go and get over it for the moment. Oh well. Brian Helpenstein was part of their drug addiction rehabilitation services, one of their little buddies that they rely on quite often. You don't know how many women came forward to me talking about it, only for them to come at me as hard as they could. They had hazed me in the Mountaineer accident. Like I said, Matt Weiss, Terry's son, sold it to us back in 2005. I didn't even want it, but Dad wouldn't allow me getting an Equinox. It's $10,000 cheaper. Dad wouldn't allow it. I wanted an Equinox. It was only, I think it was like $11,000 or $12,000 cheaper. No, God damn it, you're getting this. Oh, in the Commonwealth of Kentucky, let me tell you how dirty they are. 2 instances with falsified documentation. The title to the Impala we traded in, it's in my mother's name only. The Vices told my father to sign it and be done with it. Just like with Christy Tully notarizing a vehicle sale for her father, Kentucky pumped it right on through, too. They don't give a damn about falsified documentation. The records have been being destroyed for years, so I'm not doing a damn thing. Oh, and just like with Taylor, Karen and Taylor were out at Debbie's one day. Karen was like, honey, how many years do you keep your taxes? I could see by the look on his face, he was going to lie about it. He said 7 years. Actually 10. Yeah, that's what I thought. So don't tell me that I don't know these people. I had to put up with them. I apologized to Karen that day. You'll have to forgive me. My doctor has me strung out on Seroquel at the moment, and I just had all my teeth pulled. The tongue jetting out of the mouth on Seroquel? Yeah. Just like me passing out on the front yard in Hamilton County on Seroquel, with no ill will or criminal intent. Take one. Did I take it or not? Dementia-causing symptoms. Seroquel prescribed off-label by Patrick Boggs' wife's company for chronic pain. I told Patty Positek, I said, my chronic physical severe pain due to their brutality is causing mood and behavioral changes. I need the pain to be managed to help alleviate that. Oh no, you're just crazy. So let me tell you about the Seroquel in Malibu Barbie. And I say that because I am basically Morticia Addams. I don't give a damn. I like things organized. But Malibu Barbie! She won't even say hello. Ellen Moore apologized for the manager's behavior. That's how bad it is, or was. So let me tell you about her going to Primary Plus to open a new pharmacy for them after leaving Mason Family Drug. And let me tell you about the Masons and animal child porn and the goddamn drug sales with them. Oh well. Boo-hoo. Yes, Christy Boggs was with Mason Family Drug after mysteriously leaving Kroger. Yes, I know. Guess what? They were keeping me informed too. So when Mason County Sheriff's Department came back on me over Nathaniel Abercrombie, you all go right ahead. Let me tell you about the circle jerk and cop situation. Should I pull up the Ohio State Patrol news article about it? Oh well. Boo-hoo. Oh well. I would like to press charges against the people that assaulted me in excessive force and otherwise, and they never would take a statement instead of choking me out, claiming it never happened, and forcing me into forced treatment, off-label, the Zyprexa prescribed by Charles Shelton at University of Kentucky Eastern State Hospital, caused me to try to take my own life. But KRS 503.100 exists for this very situation. You people have driven me to the point of no return in a federal civil rights hate crime, so you have use of deadly force is authorized every time. It's sickening to cover their rapey human trafficking. It is unconstitutional, just like the blood draws, just like the roadblocks, and just like Casey's Law. How can you all not read the sloppy syntax in that law, that legislation? It's unconstitutional. I said it in 2017, and I was right. Just like the sick pieces of shit in legal. Make them take you to the hospital for a blood draw. Yeah, you all want more cases, don't you? I don't think so. So let me tell you about the poison alcohol Mr. Wood would produce, and they would give it out as Christmas gifts to those who had wronged them. Chancellor sneaking down in the basement when he'd come out to visit Papaw, getting drunk on it, and then expecting somebody to clean up his entitled vomit. You need to quit drinking that liquor, kid. Your Papaw does weird shit with it. We have this against you. It's a piece of paper. My apologies for any and all of my behavior that they deem inappropriate, right down to being a fucking fag. So, normally, conversion reparative therapy, you wrap a child in a medium, a blanket or something, make them lose consciousness while chanting and blah, blah, blah. That's where this started. I left it off. This, from first, the pin snap, to this, to a man who can get a really hard dick, the sound it makes. And then they created rape as being nothing more than a delusion. So let me tell you why I killed myself by bursting my temporal artery. Oh well. I'd like to be left alone without social workers coming in and saying this is this. Let me tell you about Nicole Flack in social work, according to them, and her substance abuse and purging problem, or Alan Mayberry in social work, or Sam and Ravana in the Kehoe Rape Barn. Them macing me to the point I scratch my skin off? That's pretty excessive. Oh well. So let me tell you about Randy Thomas, probation and parole and cannabis. Nathaniel Schneider, probation and parole with his little friend Megan Patton, underage. Oh, I think I have her photographed in Mason County somewhere. Where did my digital camera come from? It came from Texas, and not via UPS. They threatened to take legal action against me after killing me, or threatening to kill me. I thought, you know what, you all go right ahead. No person will want to take these cases because of how dangerous they are, but I'm going to put the story out there so somebody can run with it and at least make me some new shows to watch. Shot you for that? Oh well. So let me tell you why I killed myself and about the Dravo Carmus men. Oh well. Thank God in Cincinnati this is free speech. Cincinnati, the first city in the country to ban conversion reparative therapy, because I talked about it so much. Well, not because, but because they were able to see what a problem it is. That's why I talk about the things I do, to show the world what type of problems it creates, only for medical, legal, and judicial to blame it on the patient, the victim. So, after Matt Lewis did his thing, there was a nice little straight razor on my nightstand. Razor. So as I said, I thought Kim's husband's name was Occam. Michael Razor. When we vacation in Gatlinburg, our little fur babies have their own chateau to live in. If they want some privacy, at least they don't have their own private jet. Sevier County. Yes, Mrs. Razor. I had to do some digging. And let me tell you more about Kim Razor. Somebody came forward in good faith, a child custody case, talking about what a shitty lawyer she is. I fought with her for 6 months to try to get custody of my kid back. Hired a different attorney, and 2 weeks later, I had custody. Well, let me tell you about human trafficking in Mason County, Kentucky. Let them claim whatever they want, that it's, slanderous and libel, insinuating. I sinned again. Hallelujah. Oh well. The state of Ohio versus... Fine. Here's cop dick pic entrapment. I'm pretty sure that that's illegal. Oh well. Boo-hoo. They kept coming at me for anything and everything they could. Me walking on the sidewalk and having a nervous tic and my Tourette's. You know what? I'd prefer to never leave my home. They won't allow it. I have to work, but I'm not able to. Try to sue them, get threatened yet again. Oh well. Oh, I wish I could show you the text message about my cousin being a virgin and me being bipolar. It's PTSD. So my cousin's coworker wanted someone to come check on her because she was worried. Why in the hell was she talking about her being a virgin? That's sickening. Oh well. I'm pretty sure my cousin, after witnessing throw a pair of panties away in shame, was assaulted, but I can't, get anybody to take any statement seriously. After her surgery, she had a craniotomy thing because she had a brain tumor. I didn't sleep for the first 4 days. Not that I ever sleep, anyway. I checked on her every 15 minutes. Her room's too small to have sat in there. And she was nauseated and couldn't eat, even though I gave her meds. So I bought pudding, applesauce, all kinds of what I called sugar cups. You've got to at least try to get one of these in you before I get you up and transport you to the living room. She fell twice. The ambulance people didn't take her to the hospital the first time. The second time she fell with me trying to get her up and go to the bathroom, I called them and I'm like, look, I'm POA. I'll take legal rent, whatever. You're taking her to a hospital. They kept her in the ambulance out front for about 15 minutes. And I got so concerned, not paranoia concerned, I got concerned because I've been married into EMS, I know their stories, that I was going to get out and walk to the ambulance, but I feared doing so. Normally, paramedics ask questions at the hospital in front of witnesses like they're supposed to. Not these people. Oh well. That's what I get for saying what? I've been called African American slurs, quite honestly. If it slips out of my mouth in a Tourette's moment, it's not a slur. We want you. Oh well. So let me tell you about being bludgeoned that evening after Charlotte Wentz asked if our family had money, like they didn't know, after writing about the people in Raging Hopper's class, the Dravo Carmus people, and etc. Nobody wanted to hear it. So let me tell you why I killed myself.